Hey, Scott here. Today I want to share a video with you about how I fixed one of these 175 John Deere tractors with the Kawasaki engine. Turns out that there's a very common problem with these, and John Deere did come up with a solution. And how the problem presents itself is you turn the key and the starter might engage. Sometimes you'll hear the solenoid clicking, but the starter's not engaging. Sometimes it will start and you're a happy mower. But if this problem is something that plagues your John Deere 175, 185, there might be other models out there with the Kawasaki engine, you can buy this relay kit. You can get it from John Deere if you like, but it's available other places, and it's really easy to install. So check it out.
So today we're looking at this John Deere 175 with the Kawasaki engine, and in a previous video I showed you how to replace the starter solenoid, because that's what I thought needed to be replaced. Well, I was wrong. I also replaced the switch, thinking that would help, and I was wrong. So upon further research on the internet, I discovered there's a very common issue with these John Deere with Kawasaki engines. Might be other machines with Kawasaki engines, might even be other branded engines, but let me show you what's going on. We've got the battery connected. Yeah, all the wires are tight. All the wires are tight under here as well. But when we go to start the machine, you'll see the lights will come on. You can hear the click from the carburetor. But when you turn the key, we get nothing, even though all that stuff is good. So let me further demonstrate what's going on. Alright, let me show you what else is going on. One thing I discovered. Alright, the starter solenoid down here at the bottom, it's got this spade connector. What we're going to do is we're going to remove that spade connector. That actually provides power to open up the solenoid and get things cranking. But what I'm going to do is I have a lead wire here. I'm going to attach it up here to the positive battery terminal, turn my key switch in the on position, and then we're going to take the other end of this wire and we're going to touch it to that spade terminal, see what happens. Exactly. So obviously power needs to get to that terminal and to get it cranking, and this is a 12-volt system. Alright, so the relay kit showed up, and it showed up with instructions. The relay itself, that bracket that was in the box, we got a little nut and bolt here, and then the pigtail. So the relay itself looks like this, and then the pigtail is made out of, basically, once it's plugged in together, it's supposed to be waterproof. So we are going to install this on the John Deere. Alright, so let's open the hood and get the battery disconnected. Now let's move down to the starter. Alright, in this case, this support bracket, the bolt's already missing. We'll put that back when we're done. And it helps to swing that up out of the way. And then we're going to go down here. We're going to disconnect this spade terminal. And we're also going to remove this boot from the positive cable. And we're going to remove this nut. And it happens to be a 14 millimeter.
And all we're doing is removing the nut. There's a little washer came with it. Leave the cable on there. Well, we'll get it back on there. And then the relay here itself came with a metal bracket, and that metal bracket could either way snap onto the back like so. There we go. And I'm thinking we're going to mount it right here. Yeah, we'll see if we can mount it right here. So let's take this off. 10mm, of course. And we're going to take our pigtail here and we're going to plug it into the relay, and it's tight. There we go. And then we can take this and mount it back on there. Oh, almost forgot something. Take the black ground wire from the pigtail and also put it on there, okay? Good and snug. And now we're going to take our red wire here and we're going to put it with the red cable here, and then put this nut and washer back on. Snug that up. Okay, and put the rubber boot back down. Now, the purple wires here. One of them is going to go, you take this wire that you disconnected, and we're going to plug it in there. Take the other purple wire, and it's going to go up here on the starter solenoid, that spade connector right there. And that is it. We'll reconnect the battery and turn the key. Make sure it all works. Okay, so it is a couple of days later, because when I went to try it after I installed all that mess, I foolishly left the key turned on and it drained the battery. So then it started raining some more. So anyway, here we are again. The battery is charged. The new relay is installed. And let's turn the key and see what happens. Alright, so there it is. I started it up several times, as you just saw, just to keep, just make sure it was going to work every time, and I'm actually very satisfied with the results. So what we're going to do now is kind of button up these wires, maybe cable tie them together, organize them a little bit, and we'll get this thing a-mowing. So we were experiencing the notorious clicking of the starter solenoid on this John Deere 175 tractor with the Kawasaki engine. So we replaced the starter solenoid, which you'd think would be the problem. That did not fix the problem. We replaced the key switch, thinking that might be the problem. That was not the problem. We ended up putting in this relay kit that was offered by John Deere when they realized that this was a problem, and we did not pay John Deere prices. We got it aftermarket off of someplace else on the interweb, but anyway, we have got it all buttoned up and ready to go. So there it is, almost ready to mow. We're gonna go check some other stuff, but at least the engine starts now. Thanks for watching.